It's tournament time. The field is completely set as the play-in games are done. And now the main tournament begins this morning at 11:15 a.m. Let the madness begin. Heath and I will do a deep dive into the bracket and tell you our upset picks and our final four projections on this edition of the Stingray Show. As they say in March, we sleep in April. Let's get the madness going, my friend.
Hi, this is Tim Brando with a reminder. Look out, you're about to feel the buzz of Stingray.
This is Stephen Ray, aka Stingray, coming to you live from Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
I'm Heath Hopkins. I'm here in DeSoto County, Mississippi, right outside of Memphis, Tennessee. You know, Mark, I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you feel that responsibility to pay it forward and give some kid a chance coming up in the ranks, kind of like Tony did for you?
Why do you think I'm talking to Stingray tonight?
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
No, I mean, look, no.
Heath, Stingray, Here's the deal. When you get involved with Texas, it's like getting married to a stripper. and let me explain this. It looks good. It's kind of sexy on the surface. Yeah. But then you get the baggage, you get the drama, you get all that eventually comes with it. And that's what you get with Texas, and that's what the Big 12 learned.
And Heath, any thoughts on our show moving forward?
Hey, with the Stingray Show, if you don't like it, you better learn to love it, because it's the best show going today, baby. Woo!
And with that, we want to welcome you inside the Thursday edition of the Stingray Show. Heath, I have to tell you though, man, with it being the opening day of the NCAA tournament, my energy level is like it is a Friday, man. Let the madness begin.
It's been a crazy week for me already, Stephen. Started softball practice with both my teams. I coached two softball teams, started baseball practice, and did some extra hustling, some things, trying to make some things happen for vacation for my family this week, and picked up some side gig work. And I've been telling everybody all week. I was like, yesterday, I kept telling, I was like, I feel like today's Thursday. Today, I'm like, I feel like today's Friday, and heavily looking forward to the tournament. But Stephen, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little under the weather. I got 4 hours of sleep last night, and I am already dragging tail. And so I got a feeling I'll put on that first game, and then like 4 minutes into it, before the first media timeout, I'm going to be out.
Yeah.
I'm going to be out like a light. I already set an alarm to pick up my kids from school.
Right.
I already set an alarm. Like, if you fall asleep, doing the show, watching the game, whatever, at least you'll have the alarm go off to let you know.
Heath, I've got to ask you, you fill out a bracket every single year. What is one time that your bracket was completely busted within a few hours of the tournament beginning?
It's happened more than once. The first thing that comes to mind is, I want to say I was a freshman or a sophomore, and Purdue was a 2 seed. And I want to say this is like 94, 95. Purdue was a 2 seed. It was either 95, 96. I think it was 95. Purdue was the 2 seed. It was 1995. I remember it now. Purdue the 2 seed. I had them winning the whole thing. They're the first game of the tournament. Lost. Like, I already had my champion out on the first game.
Yeah.
I was like, what in the world? But yeah, I had Purdue, the 2 seed, winning it all. I had Gene, Katie, and Purdue. Yeah, I haven't forgotten that one. So, but I'm just waiting for the Morgan & Morgan commercial. Your bracket busted, call Morgan & Morgan for the people. You know, I'm just waiting for someone to sue somebody. Hey, Steven, here's something crazy. Maybe we should bring this guy on. I don't know if I can find the video again. Some guy last year with the ESPN Bracket Challenge won first place, he hasn't received a reward of any kind. And then ESPN has got all this hoopla and all this small print, like we might not even give out a prize. And even if you finish in first place, we can change the rankings at any time if we choose to. Like he won first place in the bracket. He's got all these screenshots, and like ESPN won't give him the time of day. He hasn't received one single thing. He had the best bracket out of like it was something crazy, like 2.4 million people, and didn't receive anything. What are you doing, ESPN? Come on. Mickey Mouse owns Disney. You make that in like 8 minutes at Disney World.
Yeah.
Don't forget about Disneyland, Disney Plus, and all your stores and everything else. And come on, man. That's not right. That's not right. Do the right thing.
Heath, you don't want to know about mine?
Sure. Tell me about your bracket. You got Hofstra going to the Sweet 16.
No. I'm talking about the previous ones that got busted. And I still remember this one, dude. Cannot remember the year, but I felt really, really strongly about one team making it to the national championship game. And honestly, Heath, I have not picked them since because of this. I had Michigan State making it to the national championship game. And I want to say it was like 7 or 8 years ago. They lost to Middle Tennessee State in the first game of the tournament in the day.
I want to say Kermit Davis
Yes.
was coaching
Yes.
MTSU,
Yes.
who was a Mississippi State graduate, who went on to coach at Ole Miss, was the coach at Ole Miss before Coach Beard got there, who's currently there now. But Kermit, his father and my mother worked together for many years. And so the Davis family, wonderful people, fine people here in DeSoto County and Olive Branch. But yeah, you can't meet and find nicer folks than the Davises. Not good people. They great people. They're just phenomenal. So yeah, that was a fun one. Stephen, I also had Michigan State in my national championship game that year as well.
Yeah.
I remember that one. I'll say this: every year, every single year, it's like I finished second in my whatever pool I'm in. When I lived in the fraternity house, when I did a huge one in college, the office pool at work, I always finish second. And what did we learn from the movie Top Gun? There's no points for second place. I wouldn't get anything.
Right.
Whoever wins it wins it all. And I always finish second. Mario, who's your bracket?
Yeah.
Who's your biggest bracket buster? Just tell us your one biggest bracket buster and let us know. Steven,
let us know your Final Four and your national champion as well, bro. Let's go.
With Coach Godfrey on the show yesterday, I went with Kennesaw State. That's my biggest bracket buster.
Okay.
Are they going to do it? I have no idea.
Yeah.
If I knew, I would bet a lot of money, and I would have a nicer summer vacation and wouldn't be doing all this hustling right now. I'll take my family on vacation this summer, but yeah, I'm not gonna gamble one single dollar or red cent on any game.
Well, Heath, what do you think about the Alabama and Hofstra matchup now that Aiden Holloway is no longer with Alabama? That makes that game even more interesting.
Yeah, it does. I think Alabama will come out extra focused. I think Alabama will come out with a chip on their shoulder. I think Alabama will come out with something to prove. But if Hofstra shows just a little bit resistance, if Hofstra shows a little bit of toughness, if Hofstra gets on a hot streak early, I think Bama might fold. So that's going to be that game is the one I've circled that I really want to watch the most. Of all the games today, the first round, that's the game I want to see the most.
Right.
Is that game. I want to watch that from beginning to end.
All right, so Heath, go ahead and give me your top five. I mean your Final Four and your national champion.
I don't like taking number one seeds. I don't. I like doing the upsets, but the number one seeds have dominated the last couple of years. I've got, let me see, I got my bracket right here. I've got Duke. I've got Florida. I have, gosh, Steven, I need to pull up. I do have Michigan and I have Purdue. And I have Michigan and Florida in the title game. Excuse me, I got Michigan and Duke in the title game. And I got Duke winning it all. I do not have Florida repeating. I went back and forth on that. I was like, if anyone can repeat in basketball, could it be Florida? And the answer was yes. I was like, but will they? I was like, it's so hard to repeat.
Right.
We've seen Florida do it. We've seen Florida do it here in the last few years. But it's so hard. Man, it's hard to win it. It's even harder to repeat it.
Yes.
I mean, ask Arkansas. Arkansas was loaded after that 96 season. Just couldn't pull it off, man.
Right.
Not the 96 season, the 94. No, it was 93 and 94 they were loaded. I can get my 90s mixed up already.
Heath, I'm actually going with a national champion who should have won it last year, but Florida came back and got him late in the second half. I'm going with a former Sooner who is now currently where? The head coach of Houston. I'm going the Cougars. Get it done this year. And my final four is going to be Duke, Michigan, Arkansas,
Love
and
it.
Houston.
I got Arkansas going far in my bracket. I do have Arkansas going. I will say this. The craziest thing on my bracket, Stephen, and it was because of the show yesterday, it is the matchup with St. Mary's and A&M.
Yep. And that's
And our
tonight.
screen just went crazy and haywire and blacked out. And I was like, the Lord is telling me to pick St. Mary's. Sorry, A&M. It was the Lord. It was the Lord that did it. You know, Steve, we should bring this guy on the show. John Chris. Oh, let's see what Mario says.
Florida winning it. Arkansas, Wolverines, Florida, and Duke. And
Mario,
he's got
your bracket and my bracket with Texas messing everything up, we
Yep.
have the same bracket. We have the same bracket on that one. And I've got Arkansas going far.
Yep.
So yeah. Okay. I'm with you.
Now,
I'm with you.
now watch Arkansas bow out in the first round, dude.
That's how it always works, man. That's how it always works. But I can't even remember what I was saying right before Mario posted.
We should get
John B. Chris, a comedian out of Nashville. He's a funny guy. He's a believer. He talks about his faith, but he kind of pokes fun at the denominations, and it's all in good heart. But he made a post the other day about doing his bracket, about picking all the Christian schools, like California Baptist. I forgot who California Baptist is playing. They're like playing Arizona or somebody, UCLA. I can't remember. He said, you got to go with California Baptist. He goes, yeah, I come to think about it. There's not that many Baptists in California. They're going to lose. It was just funny to hear him talk about it. But, yeah. Steven, he's a funny guy. We should bring him on the show. I know how you like your comedians.
Yes.
But we should bring him on the show because he always is cutting up. He's a high-energy guy. Hey, Mario, I want to ask you this. I've had this philosophy for several years. You want idiots on the selection committee because if the selection committee gets it right, there are no upsets. There was a tournament just a few years back, and I can't remember which year because I can't remember my years since I had kids. It all just goes together. But one year there was like no upsets in the first round.
Yeah.
It was insane. I think we had like one 9 beat an 8, and that was like the only upset of the day. Like it was miserable.
Yeah.
And it wasn't fun. There was no madness. And I was like, we need idiots on the selection committee to get the seeding wrong. We need as many idiots on the selection committee because that's when the upsets happen. Are you with me? Do we need idiots on the selection committee? Yes or no, Mario? I see he's laughing about it.
I guess we'll just wait on Mario.
Steven, do we need idiots on the selection committee?
I think so, yes.
I'm
Because nobody wants a boring tournament, man.
Thank you. I mean,
Like the year that Butler went back to back in to a deep run, that was fun.
yeah, anytime a small school gets going, I mean, I remember as a kid, like middle school, junior high, that was the great year of Loyola Marymount. Yeah,
Yes.
thank you, Mario. Mario, do we need idiots on the selection committee? Just let us know.
Yeah.
But whenever these small schools get going, it's so fun to watch. I mean, I'm going to pull a random one here out of the South bracket. Let's just say McNeese State upsets Vanderbilt. What if we get a Troy and McNeese State game second round? Like,
Yeah.
no matter who wins that, they're going to the Sweet 16, and
Yes.
everyone's going to be cheering for them.
Yeah.
And
Vanderbilt's kind of been a little inconsistent, man.
Yeah,
So
they
I
have
can
been.
see that.
Look, I don't like, people are like, oh, I don't like Duke because I kind of lean UNC. Oh, I don't like UNC because I a little bit lean, more Duke. I don't like either one of them. I don't like UNC or Duke. If I have to pick, I'm picking NC State out of those three.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to pick either one of those teams.
Right.
But when I was filling out my bracket, just of the heartache over the years, I was like, this is going to be the year North Carolina, the 6th seed, is going to make the Sweet 16.
Yep.
And so I was like, just go on and do it and put it in there, and then you won't be heartbroken. I wanted to pick them to lose first round. I'm like, no, it's going to be North Carolina, and their fans are not going to appreciate the Sweet 16 like a school like Troy would. And yeah, so that's the thing that always gets me fired up, Stephen, is, Kentucky is not going to appreciate a Sweet 16 appearance, and they're going to be mad when they get put out in the Sweet 16. And I'm like, that is out kicking your coverage and performing way above the rim than you thought. Yeah. So.
All right, Heath, briefly, the closest games point spread wise today, the very first one, Ohio State and TCU. Ohio State 1-point favorite. All right. Then we go to Louisville and South Florida, 4.5 Louisville. Then we go down to VCU and North Carolina. North Carolina only a 2.5-point favorite. Then we've got the bracket buster for you and for Mario. We've got BYU and Texas. BYU is a 2.5-point favorite. Then after that, we've got St. Mary's taking on Texas A&M. St. Mary's 3.5-point favorite. And finally, this one could be interesting. Georgia and St. Louis. Georgia is only a 2.5-point favorite. All of the other ones are 10 or more.
I'm telling you, St. Mary's is on a mission from God. I'm sorry, A&M. St. Mary's is on a mission from God.
And don't sleep on St. Louis either, because they've only lost 5 games all year.
I took St. Louis over Georgia. I went back and forth, and I was like, what has Georgia really done this year?
Well, they beat Alabama, and they beat them, but they beat them at home, not here.
Right. So I was just kind of like, yeah, watch Georgia make the Elite Eight. Good if they do. I will always be pulling for the SEC teams, but if I'm picking a bracket, I'm going to be a realist. I'm always a realist on the show. And no, I'm not a pessimist, and I'm not a Debbie Downer. You just got to look at it. And guess what? I don't know anything about college basketball.
I know one thing.
If you copy my picks, I'm going to tell you you're an idiot.
Dude, I know one thing. St. Louis and Georgia, I would not want to be playing where they are today. Buffalo, New York. Talk about frigid. Holy crap.
What's the weather? You know what? Alexa, what's the temperature in Buffalo, New York right now?
It's 36 degrees and mostly cloudy in Buffalo right now.
What?
Today's high will be 40 with a low of 28.
Oh, It is 36 and cloudy, windy. The high
Yep.
will be 48. The high will be 40. The low will be 28.
Nope. No, sir. St.
What-
Louis and
what-
Georgia, sorry.
Any other SEC schools up there other than Georgia?
I don't think so, because that is the Midwest Regional. Let me
Think about
look.
this, Stephen. Think if you decided you were going to take the gamble and go wherever Georgia was going to go on spring break, because a lot of schools are doing spring break this week. We did spring break last week. Some schools are doing it this week. What if you saved up and you're like, hey, wherever Georgia's going to go, we're going to go watch them play basketball in the tournament. And you're spending spring break in Buffalo, New York, where it's 36 degrees, cloudy, and windy right now.
Right.
With a low of 28.
You've
That's not
got
spring break. That's miserable.
Howard and Michigan. You've got Georgia and St. Louis. And then tomorrow you've got Texas Tech, Akron. And then in the Midwest Regional up there, you've got Virginia and Wright State.
All right, State. You gotta love Wright State. I remember, Stephen, I went to the Olympics, watched Andre Agassi play back in '96 when the Olympics were in Atlanta. And there was a cute little co-ed that sat beside me with her mother. She went to Wright State. But that's the only thing I know about Wright State. Don't remember her name. Don't remember anything about her. Don't really care. That's my only tie to Wright State is some cute co-ed sat by me when I watched Andre Agassi. I'm not even a tennis guy. We were able to get tickets. That was the only thing we could get tickets. We wanted to go watch the Dream Team. It was Dream Team 2.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to see the Dream Team. But, yeah, we were college kids. We couldn't afford those tickets.
Wright State baseball shut out Tennessee a couple of weeks ago in game number 3, 6-0. That's the only thing I know about Wright State so far this year.
Alexa, what's
They
the
shut them
mascot
down.
for Wright State?
Wright State's mascot is Rowdy Raider, a gray wolf.
Rowdy
More
Raider.
about Wright State
Yeah.
University.
The Gray Wolf. No, thank you, Alexa.
So, yeah.
Got it?
But, dude, I tell you, I hope, and I love Mark Godfrey. That was a great guest. But I hope he is wrong about one thing that he said yesterday.
What's that?
Have and the have-nots. About none of the upsets that are going to happen because all of the players transferred to the bigger schools. I hope that doesn't show up this year, but I'm afraid it might.
You know what trumps that? Idiots on the selection committee.
Right. I do hope we have some madness, man, because it would be a boring tournament otherwise.
And some people are like, yeah, when it gets to the 5-12 games and all the games in between, they're not really upsets. That 7-10 game's not an upset. I disagree. Even the 8-9 game, if the 9 beats the 8, it's an upset. It's not a big one. It's not a major one. It's not going to go down in the history books or anything.
Right.
But yeah, we like the upsets.
Right.
Hey, Stephen, there was one bracket challenge. We did this in college, and I absolutely loved it. I won the bracket this year because of it. Thank you, Rhode Island. What was the basketball coach? The coach at Georgia got in trouble with the NCAA, but he was coaching at Rhode Island before.
What year?
Oh, gosh. This is probably like 97.
Oh, gosh,
98.
I have no idea. No idea.
But anyway, I see his face. I want to say he coached at UCLA, got in trouble, went to Rhode Island, won. Georgia hired him, got in trouble, and I can't remember he went to the Catamounts, or I don't know. I made that up. Maybe he did. I can't remember. But anyway, Hedrick. I'll Google it here in a second. But I knew Rhode Island was going to win some games just because he was a great coach. And I knew they were going to do it. So we had this bracket, and this is how we scored points. If you pick the 1 seed and the 1 seed wins, you get 1 point. If you pick the 6 seed and the 6 seed wins, you get 6 points. If you pick a 12 seed and the 12 seed wins, you get 12 points. So you had to pick the upset. So each round, if your team gets eliminated, you get no points, if you picked them to win and they lose. So it was always that. So you couldn't just pick the number 1 seeds and the number 2 seeds and win the bracket. You had to pick the upsets.
Right.
And I absolutely loved doing that. That was so much fun.
Yeah.
But you had to pick upsets.
Heath, the 5-12 matchups today are Wisconsin versus High Point. Don't see that one as an upset there. I like Wisconsin and McNeese versus Vanderbilt. We talked about that. That could be an upset.
Yeah, High Point, this means nothing to basketball. High Point had the big upset against Florida in baseball a couple of weekends ago.
Yes.
The High Point Panthers beating up on the Florida Gators.
Yep.
Does that transfer to the basketball court? Nope. Doesn't
Right.
mean a thing. But High Point's feeling good about itself and its athletic department right now. And, yeah. You know what always breaks my heart, Stephen, but I feel happy for them, is when you have one of these small schools, one of these 12, 13 seeds, 14 seeds, and they scare the dickens out of their opponent.
Yeah.
And they lead majority of the game, and then like the last 2 minutes, the other team takes over, they pull away, they win by 7 or 8, and they feel good about themselves. They get on the bus, and you're like, hey, we were the nation's favorite team for 40 minutes today. You were. But it still breaks my heart because you want them to have that success. But I don't know if you saw the video. Mario, tell me if you saw this video. I saw this video this past week. There was some NCAA referee, and I want to say it was Liberty. And Liberty's losing, and this kid's trying to check in. There's less than a minute in the game. And the referee blows his whistle and just stops play. No one called a timeout. There wasn't an injury. There wasn't a foul. There wasn't a turnover. There was nothing. And the referee just blows his whistle, stops play, because he knew that the Liberty coach was just trying to get that kid in, this walk-on player to get in, so he could tell the story of the rest of his life, like, hey, I got to play in the big dance. They were already losing bad. And he got to play like the last 42 seconds of the game.
Mm-hmm.
That made me smile. That made me smile a lot. The referee didn't have to do that.
Right.
It paused the game for what? 9 seconds, 12 seconds? And that's going to make a memory for that kid for the rest of his life.
Right.
So whoever you are, Mr. Referee, God bless you. I salute you. Thank you for that. But, Mario's tuning in. Mario got to play in 2 big dances. Mario, former All-SEC player. So Mario, did the referee do good? Does that thing kind of bug you when the walk-ons get in? Because I liked it. I loved it. So just let us know. Yeah, Mario saw it. There it is. He got to see it. Were you a fan of it, Mario?
Heath, going to tomorrow briefly while we await Mario. The 5-12 matchup, Texas Tech and Akron. Don't see that one as an upset. And the other one, 5-12, St. John's and Northern Iowa. Now, that one could be interesting. And that one right there might actually be my squeaky pick of the 5-12 matchup. St. John's and Northern Iowa. Watch out for Northern Iowa.
If Northern Iowa wins that, it's going to destroy my bracket because I got St. John's. I got St. John's going a little bit. I got them at least in the Sweet 16. So thank you, Mario. I appreciate that. He says he even loved it.
Now, Heath, this is something I could get behind. Now, tonight's late night matchup is a 1-16 matchup. Yawn. But tomorrow night, the late night matchup is 20-12 Missouri, 25-8 Miami. That could be fun, the 7-10 matchup. I will definitely set my TV to that one on True TV.
Yeah, I was definitely looking at that one. I was like, I might want to watch that game all the way through. Stephen, here's the fun thing about my household tonight. Although I'm a little bit under the weather and I'm snotty and I'm not feeling that great and I only got 4 hours of sleep last night. Whenever my wife goes out of town, do you know what I do? I do the same thing every time. I go and eat at the restaurants that she hates.
Ah,
And so, yesterday I picked up my son. He had football practice, and then he had track practice, and so I picked him up from track, and got in the car, and he was talking, and I said, "Man, I hadn't had lunch today. I've been going all day." And I said, I'm probably going to eat an early dinner. And I said, hey, but tomorrow night, we're probably going to eat dinner at Waffle House. Now, my wife likes Waffle House, but she never wants to eat there because, quote, I smell like Waffle House for the rest of the day. I don't want to smell like Waffle House. And I was like, that doesn't bother me. Smelling like Waffle House doesn't bother me at all. Like that never crosses my mind. Like I smell like Waffle House. And so anyway, he got in the car and he was just like, hey, what are we going to do for supper? I was like, I don't know. Me and your mom are probably going to do something because she's going to go out of town tomorrow and she probably wants to spend some time with me. And so, but we'll pick you up something. He's like, yeah, okay. And I was like, but I said, tomorrow night, well, I didn't tell him that first. He got in the car. I said, tomorrow night, we'll probably eat at Waffle House. He goes, is mom going out of town or something? I was like, that's exactly what's going on. Mom is going out of town. And I said, it's just going to be me, you, and Jack. And so it's the boys. My two sons. So my 15 and 7-year-old, can't wait. We'll probably go eat Crystal hamburger on Friday.
Right.
Because my wife hates crystals. I love Crystal. So
yes.
Yeah, that's where we're going to be the next 2 nights.
Tonight, the late night matchups to me are garbage because I am not a big enough basketball fan to stay up to watch a 2:15 of Houston and Idaho. I'll pass.
Man, how my sleeping is going right now, because I'll probably sleep all afternoon. And then I'll be like wide awake. Like I've got all the SEC games recorded.
Right. Yeah, I'm just like, I think I'm going to pass on Houston and Idaho, man. And that point spread is 24. Yeah, I'm passing that one. I'm passing that one by.
I would too. Usually when my wife goes out of town, I'll fall asleep on the couch watching like some Arnold movie or Stallone.
Right.
I'll put on one of the Rambos or Commando or something. I'll put on something that my wife never wants to watch. And I'll usually fall asleep on the couch watching it. Or I'll put on an old game. Like it's like, oh man, I'll be thinking randomly of the 1987 AFC Championship when John Elway, the Denver Broncos, have first down and 98 yards to go with under 2 minutes to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. Right. I'll start thinking about that game. Like, I think I'm going to go home and watch that game on YouTube.
Yes.
But with the big dance going on, I'm going to be watching basketball.
All right. Now, are you ready to do the National Day of Today and the National History of Today?
Absolutely.
All right.
I hope it's basketball related.
Unfortunately, it is not.
What? Hey, you know what, Mario? I don't know. I think this place was gone. I'm almost positive it was gone. Steven, you know what the one favorite thing I used to do when I was in school when the big dance game? And I skipped class. I'm not going to lie about it. When the big dance came on, if it was before, if I had like an 8, 9, or 10 o'clock class, I would go to those.
Mm-hmm.
But I usually scheduled 11, 12, 1 o'clock classes when I was in school. But I would skip class. There was a place called Wing Zone in Starkville, and you could order 100 wings. And brother, at 11 o'clock in the morning, we shut just life and social, everything down because we weren't going to move. We had our beverages cold. And like we had to pick up at because we lived like 4 minutes from Wing Zone. Probably wasn't even that far. It's more like 3 minutes. We're like, we want to pick up these wings at like 10:53 exact. I was like, well, can I put it in for 10:50? Put it in for 10:50. And we sat there and we ate all 100 wings watching basketball. We wouldn't eat them all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But, we would eat 5 wings here, 8 wings there, whatever. You wouldn't eat for a game or two. Like, hey, I'm getting kind of hungry again. Let's put on some, let's warm up the wings. So Mario, Steven, was there anything that you did on the first day of the tournament? Because we used to hit up Wing Zone and we just blew it out, and I miss those days. Yeah, Wing Zone was the best, man.
Nope, I just watch basketball, man. I don't really have any traditions like that. I just sit down and watch.
Yeah, Steven, I haven't sat down with wings in front of basketball. I remember when I worked at the bank when I was out in Germantown. We had a Chili's like, I don't know, 200 yards away.
Right.
And it was a bad day. I remember it was gloomy outside. It was raining. And I want to say like twice that week I didn't get lunch. And I was like, you know what? I'm about to go blow it out. I'm fixing to take an hour and a half lunch, and I'm fixing to go watch some basketball. And I'm going to get in trouble for it, and I don't care.
Right.
And I went there, and the game was so bad. It was a blowout. And that was like, there's only 2 games on. I'm like, I might as well go back to work. And
Yeah.
like, I've taken an hour lunch break like twice in my entire life. And that was one day. Yeah. Because usually I'm always the guy taking the short lunch, getting back to work, making things happen. But I took an hour that day, and I watched bad basketball, and I had wings, and they were not good.
Hayes, speaking of the NCAA tournament and what we were just talking about, it is only fitting that today of March the 19th is National Poultry Day.
See, we can tie that into basketball.
Yes.
We can easily tie that into basketball. You know, the one thing, Mario, I'm probably going to break your heart on this one. When whatever school you went to and they make the big dance, when they get put out, I'm so sick at my stomach. Like, I don't want to watch basketball the rest of the day. Like, I'm kind of bummed. And it's hard for me to get back into it. And so, do I always want my team to make the tournament? Yes. I always want my school to make the tournament.
Right.
But when they get put out, I'm just kind of done with the tournament. Like, I really don't care anymore. I don't want to watch this. I'm bummed about it. And I can't really get back into it. I'm just kind of done for the day. Sometimes I'm done for the weekend. Like, yeah, I'm done. And so, yeah, I guess that's why I have so much resentment toward Rick Stansbury. Because he never had much success in the tournament. He never made a Sweet 16. That always made me mad. But I was in school. I was in school when we went to the Final Four. And I'm telling you, I was there the night Mississippi State beat Alabama for the first time in Starkville. I was there when Mississippi State beat Auburn and went to #1 in the country in football. I was there when Mississippi State came back and beat Washington State to go to the College World Series. I have seen some amazing times and people rushing the field and doing huge things. Starkville was never more crazy, insane, over the top, and just through the freaking roof when Mississippi State went to the Final Four. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Mario, we're related. We're cousins. We are.
Mm-hmm.
We're definitely related. But when Mississippi State went to the Final Four in 1996, I have never seen Starkville that out. I tell people all the time, that's probably the closest thing to heaven I will ever see here on this earth.
Mm-hmm.
It is the celebration, the laughter, the love fest, the joy, just the entire campus and city. There was no organization. Everyone just flooded the campus, and everybody was just hugging everybody, and it was just strangers hugging strangers. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. Thank you, Kay. But yeah, isn't that crazy how sports could do that? How basketball, March Madness could do that for us?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you, Mario, and that's why I resent Rick Stansbury. I just resent him. I do.
All right. Heath, staying with the National Poultry Day of National Day of Today, it is also National Chocolate Caramel Day, and that pairs well with any sweet tooth you might have during the NCAA tournament.
I hear you. Mario, I'm with you. I see your quote. We are brothers. We're not cousins. We are brothers. Me and Mario. Mario, you will come on family vacation with us this summer. You know, you want to hang out with my 4 kids. It'll be a lot better weather than what it is up in Minnesota. I can promise you that. So there you go.
Yep. All
right. You said chocolate caramel or just caramel?
Chocolate Caramel Day.
Chocolate caramel. Like whatchamacallit's my favorite candy bar, and it's chocolate and caramel.
Yeah.
It's got some nougat in it as well. But see, if I say, Steven, tell me your favorite chocolate caramel dessert, what comes to mind? Or a candy bar or anything?
I'm trying to think. There is a egg that you can
Oh
get
yeah, the Cadbury
around.
egg.
Yeah, but not the one with the cream in it. The
Okay,
one with the caramel in it.
you remember? Is it Caramello? You remember that ice cream or not ice cream? That candy bar,
Yes.
and it was like little blocks. It was like Lego
Mhm.
blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good stuff, man. They
Yeah.
still make those.
I think so. Yeah. But you can
I haven't
only
had a
get them at Cracker
Caramello in
Barrel, though.
decades. Say again?
You can only get them at Cracker Barrel, though.
Really? Maybe I can convince my boys. Does Cracker Barrel serve breakfast all day?
Yes.
Maybe I can convince my boys, like, hey, let's skip Waffle House. Let's go to Cracker Barrel tonight,
Yep.
and then I'll get me a Caramello on the way home to watch basketball.
Heath, are you ready to go to the birthdays?
Yeah, let's do it. Hey, let's get death out of the way. We got any deaths?
No.
Okay, no deaths today.
All right. Today is the birthday of a gentleman who was born March the 19th of 1955. He is an American Emmy-winning actor for films such as Die Hard in 1988 and TV Moonlighting.
Yeah, one Bruce Willis.
Yes.
Die Hard's still my favorite Christmas movie. It's a Christmas movie, Steven. If you start the movie with a Christmas song and you end the movie with a Christmas song and the entire movie takes place at a Christmas party, it is a Christmas movie, and that's what happened in Die Hard.
I've never seen it.
What?
I've never seen it.
Steven. Like what? Are you communist? How do you what do you mean you've never seen Die Hard?
I've never seen it, man. I'm just not a Bruce Willis fan, man. I don't like that kind of action.
Steven. Steven, please turn in your man card. Steven, please turn in your man card now. Thank you. What? All right. There's got to be at least a Bruce Willis movie you like.
Don't think so. I don't think I've seen any of his. I really don't.
Did you ever see Pulp Fiction?
Mm-mm.
Steven. Okay, you're grounded. You're grounded until you watch, like, I want to say 4 Bruce Willis movies. I'll say this. I got really tired of the Die Hard sequels, like, super fast.
Yeah.
Because I was like, why would a New York cop know how to fly a fighter jet? Like, no, that's never going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one was fun. Was it unrealistic? Yes. But was it fun? Yes. The second one, it got stupid. The third, fourth, fifth, sixth, whatever ones they've done, they all got stupid after that. So, yeah. But, Stephen, you need to watch. Bruce Willis is funny. You might need to watch Pulp Fiction. Hey, don't watch that one with your mom.
Right.
It's got a lot of 4-letter words.
Okay.
But yeah,
Now,
Samuel L. Jackson made a big name for himself in that movie. That brought John Travolta's career back.
Right.
Quentin Tarantino launched his career from Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction. Like you Steven, come on, man. Come on, man.
Okay. I'll watch it this weekend.
You got to watch basketball. Watch it after the weekend. I'll give you a hall pass for the weekend.
Okay. All right. Now going to the national history. We've only got a few things. Today in 1918, Congress approved what?
In 1918?
Yes.
Speed limits. I have no idea.
Daylight savings time.
Really? And do you have any fun facts after that of why they did it?
No. Nope. I just 1918 Congress approves daylight savings time.
I would have guessed we did that like in the 50s or 60s if you randomly asked me. But yeah, 1918. We started the craziness of daylight savings.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Can you tell me what was made legal in 1931?
I mean, we had prohibition. We banned alcohol for a while, then we brought it back. Is it anything with prohibition? All right, we banned this in 1931.
Makes it legal.
Oh, we make it legal. It was banned. We made it legal. Well, we definitely know it's not weed.
No.
We're still fighting those battles now. Speaking of fighting battles, Stephen, I'm going to get sidetracked. Have you seen the massive, insane craziness in Adams County, Mississippi, and what's going on?
No. What about?
The Adams County, which I think is like Brookhaven, I think, went into Afro Man's house for kidnapping and drug. They thought he was selling drugs and he had kidnapped somebody. He had not kidnapped anyone.
Right.
They said that he had a dungeon under his house. He did not have a dungeon, and there were no drugs in Afro Man's house. And then they took $4,000 of his money out of his safe in his house, and then they lost $400 of it, and they didn't want to give it back. And he went and made songs about all of them, made fun. Like, he went and did his research and found facts on like all these people, all these officers and things, and made these songs making fun of them. And they're trying to sue him for defamation of character.
Mhm.
And he's like, I have my First Amendment rights. We would not be in this situation if you weren't wrong.
Right.
Like, usually I always side on the side of justice. Like, let's just do right, people. You know, and yeah, I hate these people who get arrested and you know, they try to make all this out to be police the bad guys. But I'm telling you, I'm kind of siding with Afro Man on like almost every single bit. I am siding with Afro Man on every single bit of this. And I'm like, he didn't kidnap anybody. There was no dungeon and there was no drugs, and you took his money. And this is another thing. He had cameras outside his house and inside his house. They shut them all off, and they shut off their body cameras. And I'm like, wait. That's what the cameras are there for.
Yes.
Why did you shut off his cameras in his house? Why did you shut off your body cameras? Like, why are we hiding now?
Right.
When you're wrong, why are we hiding? Why can't you just leave that on? Yeah, I hope Afro Man wins everything in this case. And he has made some hilarious songs making fun of like everybody. Officer Lemon Pound Cake, like the officer was walking through his kitchen and his mama made lemon pound cake. And like the officer's like doing a double take, and he's like making a joke that he wanted to cut a piece and eat his mama's pound cake. And while he was looking for drugs in his house. And yeah, it's funny.
Right.
Tons of things on Twitter X about it. But
Now,
you asked me what we brought in. This was banned, and we made it legal in 1913. It's not gambling.
yes.
It's not anything with. It is gambling.
Yes. And it is in one state in particular. Viva Las Vegas, Nevada.
I was about to say, it's probably not even a state. It's probably just a city at the time.
It is Nevada.
Wow,
Made
okay.
Gambling legal in 1931.
I am not a gambler. Have I gambled on things before? Not really. But yeah, but I'm not a gambler. I've never been a big gambler. I'm not a gambler.
Right.
I don't care to gamble, and I definitely don't care to gamble on games.
Right.
But I've always wanted to go to Las Vegas for the first 2 rounds of the tournament. They say it is so much fun. All the big screens and the bookkeeping and all through the casino have the games on, and everybody is there having a great time.
Yeah.
They say it is so much fun. And if it's a crazy tournament, which we always hope for when we have idiots on the selection committee, we enjoy that. But they say Vegas is out of control. Vegas is known for being out of control.
Yeah.
So when they say Vegas is out of control the first 2 days of the tournament, that's always fun. That's always their first 2 rounds, I should say. So the first 4 days of the tournament, I've always wanted to do that.
Heath, you talked about Afro Man. Did you also hear what happened yesterday in the state of Mississippi?
No, because I was a little bit under the weather. What happened? I took a nap yesterday.
Ex WWE star Ted DiBiase Jr. purchased a $1 million home and a boat with stolen welfare funds in Mississippi's largest fraud case to date.
Yeah, Brett Favre was involved in that. Dude, I heard Brett Favre was doing terribly bad. Look, I'm not making any statements on this, just reporting what has been said over and over and over. Brett Favre got the COVID vaccine, and he has gone down really bad, really fast,
Right.
health wise. But Brett Favre had donated some money to this cause, or was part of this cause, or had a foundation that was tied to this cause. But I heard Brett Favre was selling his place, but I heard this was part of it, but his health was more of a part of it, and it's all kinds of things. But yeah, I really hate when people take advantage of things. I would like to say it's a bookkeeping error, but once again, I pull for justice.
Right.
And I hate it when people take care of others or take advantage of others.
Right.
I hate it when people are showing that they're trying to take care of people and they're really taking advantage of others. And that's what it really makes me upset. Do I believe in forgiveness? Yes. Do I believe in second chances? Yeah, I believe in third and fourth, fifth chances. But at the same time, you got to keep people accountable. But
yeah,
yikes, man. When you're buying homes and lakes with boats and you're screwing the state out of money, taxpayers' dollar, that's not cool, man. That's not cool.
All right. Two things left. One is about TV. The other one is about music. We will begin in 1953. What was broadcast for the very first time on national TV?
I'm going to guess the basketball tournament. I have no idea. No?
Think about
1953. See, rock and roll has not taken off, but music is a big thing. Nothing to do with music.
No. The next one does.
Is that going to have anything to do with space? Because that's in the 60s.
No.
53. I have no idea, Steven.
The Greatest Show on Earth wins an Oscar for Best Picture in the first TV broadcast of the Academy Awards, and overall it was the 8th one that they ever did, but the first one they ever broadcast on TV.
Wow. That used to be a fun thing to watch the Oscars, but now everybody wants to have political say-sos and this and that, and I'm like,
well, Heath, hold on a minute. It's not only that, but half the movies we don't even know.
Yeah, it's true.
That's what's even more frustrating. It's like, what movie is that? When did that come out? Like, what?
Yeah, and it's like we're only choosing movies that have some kind of political or social agenda. Like, I can't even name you a big-time actor.
Right.
But this is John Doe playing in the film who portrays a boy on an Illinois farm that has to deal with sex trafficking or something. You're like, what? And you're like, this deals with John Doe played in a film where communism was popular in Hollywood in the 40s, and he was trying to bring liberalism to his community. Like, who wants to watch that crap?
Right.
Like, I don't care. And then John Doe gets on stage is like, I really think it's wrong that we're doing this, this, and this, and I hate this political party. And I'm like, dude, just stop. Just stop. No one cares. No one cares. No one cares.
Right.
Like, we didn't care about your movie, and we don't care about your speech. And like, what happened to hey, we're going to nominate Robert Zemeckis for the great film Back to the Future?
Yes.
Like, that was fun. We all saw that.
Right.
We enjoyed it. And now it's all like if they made Back to the Future today, like we've never seen it before, it came out today. Like, I don't even know if it'd get the time of day because they're like, I don't know. And I forgot, Steven, there's actually 2 political jokes in Back to the Future. One, at the beginning of the movie, There was like, yeah, he lives 2 streets over. And he goes, oh, yeah, that's right past John F. Kennedy Street. And he's like, who the heck is John F. Kennedy? And we all kind of laugh. And then later, Doc Brown asked Marty, he goes, oh, yeah, well, who's the president in 1985? And he was like, Ronald Reagan. He's like, oh, the actor? And he makes the joke. So, I mean, yeah, you can make your political jokes. You can have fun banter with it. Okay. But don't sit there and just try to preach to us. Like, stop. I don't care about the Cambodia orphan drug paraphernalia set in your movie in 1972, and you're getting up here and saying whatever you think are injustices are going on against whatever issue you got a problem with. Like, I don't care.
Right.
We don't care.
All right, Heath, let's finish up with one of the major albums that was released March the 19th of 1971. And I will tell you, this group was weird to say the least, and they are an English rock band.
English rock band and weird. First thing that comes to mind is Pink Floyd.
No.
Okay.
No.
Weird rock band, early 70s. Oh, geez. I'm not going to guess
Heath.
Black Sabbath.
Heath.
Oh, man. Miss Compton, I'm still sorry.
Yeah.
But you're right, Kay. Someone, instead of opening the envelope telling us who the winner is, they're going to open up a jewelry box of poop.
Yeah. All right. Get back to the music, man.
Yeah. Who what? Black Sabbath? I have no idea.
One more guess. Come on.
Early 70s. I bet the Stones are out, but I don't think it's the Rolling Stones. The Who? No, I doubt it's the Who. They're not weird. I can't think of anybody weird from the early 70s.
The English rock band Jethro Tull releases Aqualung.
Ha! And I think of Ron Burgundy as soon as you mentioned that.
Jethro Tull Aqualung was released on this day in 71.
And Ron Burgundy can play the jazz flute to it. So, yeah, there you go.
And dude, I don't know if you've ever heard the song Thick as a Brick, but the lyrics are like they are stoned out of their minds. They make no sense whatsoever.
And this is how Afro Man got influenced by music.
I was just like, dude, come on. I mean, nothing that you say is making sense. Your spoon's in the gutter, your love's in the sink. I'm like, what? What? That's one of the lyrics in the song of Thick as a Brick.
Steven, you need to post some Jethro Tull on the page today, and I'm going to post Afro Man. Dude, like an old roommate of mine in Starkville, who I used to have Wings On with and watch basketball on his big screen TV at his place at 200 Herbert Street, which is right down the street from Huntford Coliseum and 3 minutes from Wings On. Yeah, I know, Kay. I know. That's probably the stupidest thing I've ever done in my entire life is wrap up dog crap and give it to a teacher I loved. Like, what was I thinking?
You weren't.
You're dang right I wasn't. I'm still ashamed of that. My mother says that's the most embarrassed she's ever been of me in my entire life, and I get it. I get it now. I didn't when I was 15 years old, like a doofus. I wanted to call myself something else, but
Heath, briefly, let's go over the history of the NCAA tournament on this day. Briefly, in 1955, they were actually finishing up the tournament as it was the 17th NCAA Men's Basketball Championship game. San Francisco beat LaSalle 77-63, and the Don's future Hall of Fame center
Wilt.
Bill Russell is
Bill
named the
Russell.
tournament's most outstanding player.
I think Bill Russell still has more championships than anybody. I think he had 11. I think he's got more championships than any other player in basketball.
Right.
Yeah. What was the what's the mascot for LaSalle? Does it say?
No.
Alexa, what's the mascot for LaSalle? The Raiders?
LaSalle University's mascot is the Explorer.
The Explorer.
Has been their mascot since 1958 with some cool updates along the way.
No, thank you, Alexa. So yeah, we found out that Wright State was some kind of Raider, and LaSalle is the Explorer.
Right. Also, the 22nd NCAA Men's Basketball Championship was held on this day in 1960. Ohio State beats California, and Buckeyes future Hall of Fame forward Jerry Lucas is named Tournament Most Outstanding Player.
What year was that?
1960. So Ohio State won it on this day in 60, and the San Francisco Dons won it in 1955, and Heath finally in 1966. Texas Western beat Kentucky, the Miners' first time in the title game, and they won it over the Kentucky Wildcats 72-65.
Wow.
So those are the 3 history days of the tournament today.
All right, Stephen, we're going to have some fun. I want you
Okay.
to pick a bracket real quick. East, South, Midwest, West. Pick one bracket.
Okay. South.
All right, South. I'm going to go through and let's see if we can get the mascots. I got a feeling we can't do this. And I'm
Okay.
excellent at mascots.
Okay.
I got a feeling we can't do this. All right. We'll start off easy. Florida.
Gators.
And who won? Was it Prairie View or Lehigh?
Lehigh, I believe.
What's the mascot for Lehigh?
I don't know.
I don't
I
either.
don't know.
Clemson's the Tigers.
Yes.
Iowa's the Hawkeyes. Vanderbilt, as we know, is the Commodores. McNeese State. I know McNeese State. You know McNeese State?
Some kind of animal.
It's a cowboy.
Yeah.
So there you go. Hey, you know Chuck Norris's Cowboys boots are made out of cowboys?
Haha, that's funny.
Let's see. Nebraska, the Cornhuskers. Troy, we know, the
Yeah,
Trojans.
Trojans, yep.
North Carolina, of course, the Tar Heels. Virginia, Commonwealth.
Oh. I have no idea on that one.
I think they're the Rams. I'm almost positive they're the Rams. And then we'll wrap up. Illinois. I know it. Do you know it?
Yeah, the Hoosiers.
No. Illinois.
Oh gosh. Oh,
The Fighting.
Illini.
There you go.
Illini.
Uh,
Penn's the Quakers, I believe.
yes, you are correct. St. Mary's.
Oh my gosh. Hang on. I have no idea.
I'll
on
look
that
up St. Mary's. I don't even know St. Mary's. A&M's the Aggies. Houston. You know Houston?
Cougars.
Yeah, that's correct. Idaho. Houston head coach there.
Vandals.
That's right. I'll look up St. Mary's. Well, you can look up Lehigh. I'm going to look up St.
No,
Mary's.
Prairie View beat them.
I don't even know the mascot of Prairie View.
Yep.
What is the mascot for St. Mary's? Oh, The Gale, officially known as the Gideon of the Gale.
I knew
Yeah,
that.
St. Mary's
I
of
knew
California.
that. That was the Gales. Yes.
Gael. Am I saying that right?
The Gales, yeah.
Officially known as the Gideon of the Gale. Ooh. So, a stylized Irish warrior frequently seen on the sidelines. Okay, if you say so.
All right, and Heath, Prairie View A&M. Their characters are known as
Is it a
Pete
snake?
and Sasha Panthers.
The Panthers. Got that one bad wrong. Was there any others that we were sitting there thinking about?
No.
Let's see.
You said Lehigh, but of course they lost.
Right. Yeah, we got them all.
Yeah, I knew Penn. I don't know why, but I knew Penn. All right, so Heath, the last 2 days we have focused exclusively on the NCAA tournament. Tomorrow is going to be about another sport that is flying under the radar. Tomorrow we are dedicating the Friday show to college and SEC baseball.
Yeah, looking forward. Always looking forward to baseball. I know baseball will kind of take a back seat this weekend.
Yep.
I will be going back and forth on both. So yeah, I'll probably be checking out Twitter and my phone for baseball and have basketball on TV.
Yes.
And you know what? I'm a liar because the great thing about YouTube TV, you put 4 games up, and there'll probably be just 2 basketball games I want to watch, and then I'll put the other 2 baseball games up.
Now,
I'll be watching that.
Tonight, there are 2 SEC versus SEC series that begin on Thursday. One of them is now unranked LSU versus Oklahoma, and that one is at Alex Box. The other one is in Oxford, Mississippi, as Kentucky, 18-2, travels down to Oxford to take on Mike Bianco.
You know what, Stephen? That's probably going to be an excellent series.
Yeah. So Oklahoma, LSU, ESPNU, and then Ole Miss and Kentucky on the SEC network. Both of them in prime time at 7:00.
Yeah. I wish tonight was Friday or my kids didn't have school on Friday because I would take my 2 boys down to Oxford and we would watch a little bit of Kentucky and Ole Miss play baseball. I think that's going to be an excellent series.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it, Heath, because I can. I look for Alabama to get destroyed and swept this weekend. Alabama has folded. Alabama has fallen off. They lost last weekend Justin LeBron to an ankle injury, and this past week, during the midweek, they lost to South Alabama. Now, Alabama, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, welcomes in the Gators to Tuscaloosa. I'll look for the Gators to sweep Alabama here in Tuscaloosa, and I don't think it'll be pretty.
Florida's been a little bit all over the place, this year. They were bad all over the place last year. The last couple of years, they've been all over the place. And Kevin O'Sullivan, he's kind of been all over the place with stuff in his personal life, but that's none of my business, and I don't care. And good luck, and God bless you. Godspeed, Kevin Sullivan. Hope you figure it out.
Right. But Heath, man, I tell you what, Alabama is on a downward spiral, and people are already jumping on the bandwagon of show up Friday with bags over your head. Let's get rid of Rob Vaughn. And I'm like, guys, come on. Have some class.
Dude, I'm about to say something old man here. I think it's common sense, but I can hear everybody like, oh, Unc here going crazy. But why are we so quick wanting to fire people? I get the transfer portal, and I get this. We
Yes.
should turn things over quickly. But like we talked about this on the show with Godfrey yesterday, when
Right.
Kentucky fans, he said Memphis never wanted to get rid of John Calipari. They
Right.
loved him.
Kentucky.
But, Kentucky wanted to get rid of John Calipari, and I'm like, who are you going to get?
Right.
Like, do you have Rick Pitino lined up? Are you bringing Rick
Right.
Pitino back? Like, who are you bringing back? Who are you going to bring in that's going to be better than John Calipari? And there's not many people on this planet that's better than the coach than John Calipari. And even the ones that are, can you even get them?
Right. Heath, I hate to say it, and I'm gonna say it, and I may take some flack for you for saying it. But I do think there is one coach in the SEC that really does need to move on. They need to cut their losses now. I really think the game has passed Paul Maneri by. They lost to Charlotte in the midweek this week. South Carolina baseball is at an all-time low. They got to get rid of Paul Maneri up there, man. That experiment did not work out.
Yeah.
I hate to say that, but man, it's going from bad to worse.
Yeah. You know what? Right now we got Andy Canizero lined up to be on the show tomorrow.
Yes.
And we'll get his thoughts on that. He worked with Paul Maneri. They've
Yeah.
stayed in contact. They're good buddies. We all know Paul Maneri's a great coach.
But maybe not in this era.
But it just has not got traction. And I don't know if they got a lot of money at South Carolina they're putting into baseball. I know they've been putting a lot of money into women's basketball.
Yes.
I know. And they're happy with winning in women's
Right.
basketball. And they're very happy and content with that. But there's a lot of fans that would like to get back to baseball. Well, something's got to get cut. You're
Yes.
not going to cut football. Shane Beamer is screaming that he probably needs more money.
Right.
I was actually messaging with Emily Beamer. Emily, Shane's wife, and I, we used to work together. We were friends in Starkville. We used to work at the same TV station briefly. And she won like Citizen of the Year or something in the state of South Carolina, or I can't remember what it was. It was some honor. And I saw it pop up on Facebook, and I sent her a little thing like, hey, good luck. You guys do anything fun for spring break? And so they just got back from the beach. And Shane had some speaking engagements in Georgia, and we chatted that super briefly. It wasn't in detail or anything, but Shane needs all the money he can get for football. Like you can't give too much money to football right now in this day and age. You
Right.
just can't. But there's not enough money and donors. Like we just don't have that right now. And basketball's hurting. Baseball's hurting. Men's basketball and baseball's hurting at South Carolina. They don't want to cut anything from women's basketball. Football needs more.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that. Like if you put Paul Maneri at a school like Mississippi State, who will give you all the money in the world right now for baseball,
I think
would he be
could
more
work.
successful? I think he would be more successful.
Yeah.
But we know he's a great coach. But I'll say this, Stephen. I mean, Houston Nutt didn't get to go out on top. Mark Richt didn't get to go out on top. Mark Richt was winning 10 games a year. He'd have been a playoff team in today's age. Mark Richt did go out on top. But, Philip Fulmer didn't go out on top. Jackie Sherrill did not go out on top. There's a lot of – Nolan Richardson didn't get to go out on top.
Right.
There's a lot of great coaches in the SEC who did not get to go out. Andy Lopez didn't get to go out on top at Florida in baseball. What did he do? Went to Arizona, won a national championship.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great coaches in the SEC that don't get to go out on top. Kermit Davis did not get to go out on top.
South Carolina baseball 12-10 now.
Steve
And
Spurrier and Lou Holtz didn't get to go out on top in South Carolina.
and guess who they got tomorrow?
Who does South Carolina got this weekend?
Dave Van Horn
Oh,
and
geez,
the
Louise.
Hawks. Oh my gosh, that is going to be a slaughter in South Carolina. Oh man, I feel bad for them right now.
Dude, I saw someone posted a picture of South Carolina baseball, the midweek game.
There was nobody there.
Yeah, you could account like there was like 40 people in the stands. It
It's
was
sad.
it broke my heart.
It's sad, dude.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, this place used to be packed out
Yep.
midweek games and
That's why I was like, man, somebody. I mean, Pulmonary. That a great coach, but that experiment did not work out. Did not work out.
Stephen, I just thought about this. Is South Carolina where SEC coaches go to die? Will Muschamp, Steve Spurrier,
Probably.
Lou Holtz. I mean, you can look at a lot of guys that had other SEC stops
Yep.
and were successful and go to South Carolina, and then it just craps out on them.
Yes.
I mean, is that where SEC legends go to die?
Possibly.
I mean, is like Brett Bielema going to get pulled in one day to finish his career there? I mean, man, talk about letting someone go and you shouldn't have.
Right.
Look what Arkansas did. I mean, does anyone remember the Chad Morris days? Did they even win an SEC game with Chad Morris?
No.
And you let Brett Bielema, like, what are we doing, SEC fans?
I know.
We're running off Gus Malzahn, John Calipari, Brett Bielema.
You know
so
what
you
it
could
was?
just
Though,
get
hey,
the
you know
crap
what it
kicked
was?
out of you for several years.
You know what it was? It was the Nick Saban effect. They
You're
all
absolutely
wanted
right.
to chase Nick Saban, but the problem is there's only one Nick Saban.
Yeah.
I mean, look, who was the next closest person to Nick Saban? I would argue Kirby Smart, and the guy's only got 2 national championships.
How many times did Kirby beat Nick Saban? Once?
Yes. No, twice now, because he got him. No, I'm sorry, 1. You're right, because this year wasn't Nick Saban. That's right, 1 time.
I mean, Hugh Freeze got him twice.
Yep.
Jimbo got him once.
Malzahn got him like, what, 3?
Yeah, but Sylvester Croom got him once. I mean, there's not many people that get Nick Saban.
Yes.
I mean, Dan Mullen never got him.
No.
Lane Kiffin never got him, did he?
No. Dabo got him a couple times. Yeah, Dabo got him twice.
Yeah, Dabo got him a couple. Well, this is insane, Stephen. Like,
oh, dude. Oh, man.
Is the
Look
max.
what Alabama's doing, man. We got to do that. No, you can't. What makes you think, because you don't have the tradition that Alabama does, what makes you think you can do and replicate what Alabama's done because you don't have a Nick Saban type coach? Come on now.
Yeah, I mean, we had Hugh Freeze on the show several times, and Hugh Freeze and I grew up in the same area. He grew up in Independence. I'm here in DeSoto County. But Hugh Freeze on his headstone, it may not say it on the front, but it might say it on the back. He beat Nick Saban twice.
Yeah.
I would put it on my headstone. And I'd be proud to do it. Like, I would go to the grave smiling knowing that was going to be on my headstone. Yeah, like, there's no shame in that.
Heath,
wow.
Even Ed O got Saban.
Yeah, he did. Because the famous, oh, we coming. Oh, that week. I can't remember who they played and beat, but that post-game press conference a week out before Alabama, like they just beat somebody a few minutes before.
Yeah.
And Ed Orgeron like, oh, we coming.
Yeah.
We coming. And I'm like, oh, it is on. Talking trash to Nick Saban saying, oh, we coming. I think that game was in Tuscaloosa, too.
It was in Tuscaloosa. President Trump was here. And here's the fun thing about it, Heath. Alabama knew that it was coming, Joey Burrow, and they still couldn't stop it.
Yeah, like if I'm Ed Orgeron on my headstone, I might put this on the front.
We coming.
Yeah, and have like a picture of Trump at the game. Like, I beat Nick Saban with President Trump in attendance.
Yeah.
And have the score. And then I'd put like the day I was born, the day I died on the back.
Right.
Yeah.
Heath, dude, I tell you what, that game was so hyped, and Alabama walked right down the field on LSU, and then Tua untouched, fumbles the ball, walking into the end zone. That completely changed the complexion of that game. Burrow went down, scored a touchdown, and then Alabama was playing catch up the rest of the game. That changed the entire complexion of that football game.
Yeah. I'm
I
feeling a
mean,
little sorry for Tua.
was
Isn't he with Atlanta
injured.
now? Didn't the Dolphins kick him to the curb?
Yep.
I'd
Tua was
still like to have his
injured.
bank account, though. I don't have that much sympathy for him.
Yeah. Tua was injured, did not play the week before
Yep.
or the game before, came back, was rusty and untouched, fumbled the ball on a scramble. LSU picked it up. Joe Burrow, 4 plays later, touchdown LSU. Alabama's playing catch up the rest of the game. Changed the game completely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was just like,
Insane.
wow.
Insane. What was the final score of that game? You remember?
Gosh, like I think LSU won about 7 or 8. It wasn't as close as everybody thought. I mean, it was a pretty good shellacking.
We coming. Man,
And Heath, I will even say this in parting: Sark got Saban
did he?
in 2019.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
He beat him by 10 with Sam Ellinger.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. The first assistant coach to beat Saban was the coach at Louisiana Monroe, because he was on staff with Saban at LSU, and he went to Monroe.
Yeah.
And he was the lowest paid coach in all of college football, and Saban was the highest paid coach.
Yep.
And they beat him. And I love the billboard and the T-shirt Louisiana Monroe had. It said "Fear the hyphen."
Yeah.
Love that, man. That's still the greatest of all time. Fear the hyphen.
And Heath, the week before that, Kroom got him in Starkville. That was great.
It's just insane to think about. It really is. This is why we love sports.
Look,
this is why we watch. This is why the show exists.
Heath, think about this briefly. Where would college football be right now if Saban hadn't passed on Drew Brees? Because if he would have not passed on Drew Brees, he would have probably stayed with the Dolphins and possibly could have made a deep run to the Super Bowl.
I'm making it like a Seinfeld episode. It's all going to come full circle. Just like we need idiots on the selection committee, we need idiots to make life choices.
Yeah.
And I'm not calling Nick Saban an idiot. I'm calling him the greatest of all time. But
that was
if he didn't make a poor choice, think. Oh my gosh, it would be a completely different game, Stephen.
Yeah. Yep.
College game day would be completely different. Everything that we know would be completely different. The SEC, college football,
right?
The NFL, the Saints.
Yes.
Drew Brees isn't playing for the Savannah Bananas in the Superdome last weekend.
Nope.
Everything would have changed.
Yes.
And I don't know if Nick Saban would have as much patience with Drew Brees. I don't even know if that match would have worked. It's oh my gosh, it's an alternate universe that I don't want to go to.
I know.
I might want to check in on it though. But
that's a deep thought, man. But wow, what would that have changed?
I mean, what if Saban never comes to Alabama and Sylvester Croom figures it out at Mississippi State and like becomes head coach at Alabama years later? And it's like hugely successful and wins multiple national titles. Like we're like, what? Like there's so many moving parts. Look, we need to hang with Afro Man for the weekend and take some of his medicine to figure all this out. That would be mind blown. I can't wrap my mind around any of that.
As we are about to start the NCAA tournament as it begins at 11:15, I will leave you with this. Party like it's 1999, my friend.
What? I'm trying to think of an Afro Man lyric that I can leave you with, Stephen. That we could at least,
Family friendly.
yeah. I don't know if that's possible,
No.
but Hattiesburg, Mississippi, smoking marijuana like a Woodstock hippie. That's all I got for you right now.
All right. We will continue all of our really fun discussion about SEC baseball and talk about Paul Maneri on the Friday edition of the Stingray Show. We will see you guys then. And Heath, even though the previous 2 days we have started at 9 o'clock, we're going back to our normal time tomorrow of 8:30.
Usually it's 8:15, but yeah.
Yes.
Stephen, I'm losing my voice. I'm heavily congested. I'm going to try to do Afro Man's little chicken call, and I'm going to butcher it as we sign off.
Okay.
So I just want to prepare you. Like, what in the world was that? Yeah. So there you go. But Stephen, who's our first game today? I didn't even looked.
TCU, Ohio State.
That's going to be a good one. I wanted to watch that one, so I will put that on.
Okay.
You know what? I got leftover pizza over here that the kids had left last night. I might go get me some wings.
Yes.
I just might go get me some wings, man.
National Poultry Day, man.
That's right. That's right. So, Mario, I'm sorry we're not in Starkville. I'm sorry Wing Zone's not around. If I had a DeLorean, wow, it's my second Back to the Future reference. If I had Doc Brown's DeLorean, I'd go back in time. I would pick you up. We'd go back in time, and we would enjoy some Wing Zone, 100 wings from Wing Zone, and watch basketball all day. Mario, you are my brother. I can't wait to see you on vacation this summer with my kids.
And Heath, going ahead and say it.
All right, I'm going to try not to butcher it, Afro Man, just for you. So, Stephen, enjoy March Madness. Let the madness begin. I can't wait to talk some college baseball tomorrow and all the fun that we've had with college basketball with day one of the tournament. We have day two of the first round tomorrow. Looking forward to all of that. So with that, good Lord willing, sayonara. We'll see you tomorrow.
And we apologize for the technical issues of not being able to bring on Tim Brando today. Hopefully, we will get that worked out and we will have him in the near future. See you guys tomorrow.
Hey, you see Ron's comment?
What?
You see Ron's comment?
Yes. Thank you, Ron. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Ron, thank you, brother. Wait. Hey, a little bit of praise we can go along with. I forgot the Mark Twain quote. I can work 2 months off just one good praise or something like that. I can't.
Yes.
I butchered that too. So there you go.
All right, Heath, it's almost time for bracket. Go and get your wings, and we will catch you on the Friday edition of the Stingray Show, where we are dedicating it to what? SEC and college baseball.
Stephen, you have any poultry today?
I probably am, yes.
Wings?
Chicken meatballs.
Okay.
From Sam's.
There's nothing wrong with that. Are we going to dip them in something? Are we going to put it in barbecue sauce? What are we going to do?
They've actually got flavor in them. They are really good. They are feta cheese and spinach flavored.
Look at you, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Yep. I'm about to go put those in the toaster oven right now.
Nothing wrong with that. So, as I said earlier, I'll say it again. Sayonara. Good Lord willing, we'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Baseball on tap tomorrow. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today.
You never close your eyes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Ferguson of South's Finest Meats, the official sponsor of the Stingray Show, has a message for you.
Everything we do here is fresh and custom made, custom to order. You know, I tell people when they come in, you know, if you don't see what you like, ask somebody. You know, we've got the capability to process it, make it, if you want a different blend of hamburger meat, we'll do your brisket blend. We'll do your chuck blend. We'll do your sirloin blend. We do all that right here. We are a butcher shop. It's what we do. So please don't be afraid to ask if you don't see what you like. We can make you any size patty you want. We can make you any amount you want. People call me and say, well, how many patties come in the box? Well, ma'am, how many would you like in a box? You want 12, we'll put 12. You want 25, we'll put 25.
That's just one of the many things that South's Finest Meats has to offer, the official butcher shop of the Stingray Show. It's a new year, and now is the best time to review your insurance policies. With a helpful customer service team here to serve you in Alabama and over in Mississippi for all of your auto, home, life, and business insurance needs, call the Jeff Nee Agency of Alpha Insurance to create a customized plan to protect your family's home and autos. You can stop by his office at 3428 McFarland Boulevard in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, or simply call 205-462-8192, or call the number on your screen right there. And remember, with Alpha Insurance, the more you protect it, the more you save. Reach out to the Jeff Nee Agency of Alpha today for all of your auto, home, life, and business insurance needs. For over 100 years, the Bank of Moundville has been a name clients can trust. The Bank of Moundville is more than just a bank. They're your neighbors, your friends, and your community partners. Their unique approach to financial education has always centered around families. They believe that financially strong homes today lay the foundation for a brighter futures for tomorrow's generation. You can call them today at 205-371-2227. Once again, that is 371-2227 to schedule an appointment to build your financial security. The Bank of Moundville is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender.